Good morning, Alaska! Tide Master here, heading out today, first week of May. Yippee yippee yay! We're going fishing for trout, hopefully, if there's anything there. I'm heading out to a known run of southern dolly varden in southeast Alaska, northern southeast Alaska, if that's any more confusing for anybody. I'm going to be throwing spinners, spoons, flies, and maybe even some bait if things go well. All next up on today's episode of Tide Master. Amalga Harbor, the second to the last boat launch out the road to the north. Oh, there's a whale right over there. Look at that. Oh, cool. We'll maybe check him out quick. There's our local fish farm. they are. They're working the bait over here. So I was told by this crab fisherman over here that the dollies come in real tight this time of year up on the sand, and they feed on sand lace, which I'm not really all that familiar with those guys, but 3-inch or so long bait fish, apparently they like the sand. So I'll try scooting in here a little bit shallower. Now that the tide's all the way up, we'll see what happens. Well, they're in here. I've been watching them jump on the surface. I've done pretty much everything. Trolling, surface casting, spinners and spoons mainly. There's so much bait and there's so many smolt in here, it's going to be tough to catch them because there's such a huge food source for them right now. We'll just keep trying and see what happens. Schooling up these bait fish to the surface. Those are probably juvenile salmon. Smolt. Okay, so what I'm illustrating here is how to tie a uni knot, but the lead on that is actually a bimini, so you get 2 lines coming off of there, which adds a little bit of strength and abrasion resistance when you're dragging jigs over rocks and things like that. It really helps to add a little bit more strength. So all you do here is you pass that leader through the eye of the hook, and that's a good speed jig there, by the way. Create a loop, and what I do is I wrap around the doubled part of the loop about a dozen times, cinch it up, and you have your uni knot, which works pretty much for almost any fishing leader to lure.
Yep, we're out here again, about 50 feet of water, real shallow. There's a lot of those little sole in here. Another little fished species of fish. Not many people are fishing for them and eating them, but there's a lot of them here. Speaking of which, there's another one right there. They played pretty good. This is a little bit, that one got off. A little bit heavier tackle than what is probably really fun to be using with these guys, but I just drop it to the bottom, bang it on the bottom a little bit. If they're hanging around there, they'll usually come and grab it. Oh. You can catch enough of these to keep yourself fed until the halibut come in shallow enough where you can actually fish for them. See if I could get some trout, and they were schooling up pretty good, but I just could not seem to get them to bite. All I heard was the feathers go whoosh. It sounded like a jet flying past. Holy crap. There was a dead codfish laying there. The eagle came over and grabbed him up. I think a lot of times when you're jigging for halibut, what ends up happening is your jig drags through the mud that they're laying in, and it causes disturbance down there, and then they come and grab it and eat it.
Well, I'm going to test out this Anchor Buddy system that I got on the intranet. Test it out, see if that works, if there's any sense in utilizing these things. They're pretty cheap. I think they're only like $30. If they work, it's really nice time saver. Little simplicity thing for mooring up with the tides. We'll check it out, see if it works.
Okay. Now, up on there. Let's see if this works. Hopefully this. I forgot my anchor line, but. Ooh. There goes my boat. Oh. Seems to work pretty good. Okay, let's see if I can reel it back in. I grab for power line. Usually you do this with an anchor line. That seems to work pretty good though. Really? Uh-oh. Nothing works usually how I want it to, of course. No, come back. Yay. There we go. It works. Works pretty good, actually. Amazing. Checking their traps over there.
Load up, let's go.
Woohoo! Look at you. Okay. A little push off here. Little bungee. Pulls me back out another 15 feet.
Well, the anchor buddies seem to work pretty good. I just didn't have the extra line and cord to go from the bow eye up to the shoreline and tie it off on shore. So I ended up having to use my fishing rod and power braid to retrieve the boat, which worked. It was a little, it could have popped and snapped and sent the boat out, so I put the old dry suit on shore in case I had to swim out to the boat, but it worked. That particular product says you're not supposed to leave the boat overnight, but I don't know if that is really an issue depending on where you're anchoring up and how deep the water is. So yeah, seems like a pretty good product.